Okay, so let's just do this quick for as long as Kai lets me, right? So woman's ass. Everybody loves the woman's ass. Why is that? Why women are, worldwide focused on their ass right now? And why is anal sex such off topic? Oh my God. First of all, your colon, human colon, is where you absorb all nutrients from all foods that you consume. That is the place where sun don't shine because people hide it from the sun. That's the only reason, really. And that's the only reason why there's such worldwide rage about people's ass right now, why it's such a big deal. Because ass is cool, because the bigger the ass, right? Well, not the bigger, because now there's fake implants, and when you put fake implants in it, you are signaling others that you have this certain level of health, right? Like this certain big muscle that you don't have. So you are actually, what message you're giving out that it's okay to lie because you don't have the pheromones to match the attraction you want to give out. You know what I'm saying? Because pheromones are what make people attracted or ugly to somebody else, because whatever people's pheromones you are attracted by are the ones your DNA requires to further your DNA by creating offspring that is better than you and your chosen partner, right? For example, my partner and myself, we can be smelling each other all day long and just fainting from pleasure because it is delicious for both of us. But there are people in his brotherhoods that throw deodorants at him, or women in my sisterhoods that throw deodorants at me. Why? Because we have intense scents that other people dislike. Well, there are other people who say, ooh, you smell like flowers. You smell so delicious. I just want to be close to you. So, and for him, the same thing. They throw deodorants at him, say, Julia, you smell so bad. And I'm like, baby, shove them. Okay? Like, don't use that because when you use deodorant, it covers up your natural scent by depleting your lymphatic drainage system, okay? So that's why you don't want to be using such deodorants. You can use the rock salt or baking soda stuff or bentonite clay. Like there's tons and tons and tons of alternatives. Like there's this Tom's and rock salt one. Those are awesome. But anything, all this bullshit for you to smell like I'm thinking what to say, like a toilet. For some reason, to me, it brings the toilet when you spray these things on yourself. You know, there are people in schools who get high on that stuff because those are poisons. I remember kids inhaling them in school dorm. Anyway, back to ass. So why ass is such a big deal? Because, so yoni, woman's vagina is the thing that channels fertility, right? It's the mouth of Maya that absorbs the yang that males give to it, right? Because women don't have power to create out of thin air. Women create from yang energy. Okay. Watching my baby, right? So women create from energy of the men, of the masculine. So sometimes husband comes home and I check with him, so what's up? And he will tell me, oh yeah, she was throwing her tail at me, or they were throwing their tail at me, like when women are attempting to seduce him, because that's in women's nature, and it's not even personal, because it is genetic pull. When somebody sees, high caliber DNA bag in the form of a man, a masculine man, a high solar energy battery like my Leo male divine partner is, then they just can't help themselves. They have to, so we will go to the pool, right? And there's a woman laying like on her, she's laying on her side or she's laying on her back, and they see he's walking in, and she's like automatically she flips on her belly and she puts her ass in the air like that, like I'm just laying there like nothing happened. And I'm that person who sees that. That's why it's amusing, it's funny, and it just proves that the way how female body is built to attract pregnancy. That's why women get hornier with age, which is not true. The thing is, that the longer female spends without pregnancy, the more her body demands it. It demands it, it demands it, it demands it. Like our eggs, right? We are born with our eggs ready for life. So when woman doesn't get that egg fertilized, it starts demanding it, and women start losing it. They think like, oh, I want babies. I want so many babies. I want like 5 babies. Yesterday I had this woman with massive fake boobies telling us in the pool that she wants 3 more kids and all this stuff. But I look at her, I'm like, you look like a straight up fashionista. You don't look like a homemaker to me. You don't look like a housewife who wants 3 more babies. You look like you are into fashion. You look like you're into sex. You look like you're into all this good stuff in life. But you don't look to me like you really want 3 more babies, because you've already done your boobs, and I don't think you'll be able to breastfeed with them. So the thing about boobs too, they signal breast milk, because fake boobs signal fertility, because when we get milk in our breasts after delivering a baby, after birthing a baby, not delivering, I apologize, that's a bad choice of words. So after we birth a baby, our boobs get swollen, and they are the hardest when the colostrum, like first days you have colostrum, it's like dark yellow liquid that is pure nutrients the baby lives off of the first days until the mother develops breast milk. And when the breast milk comes in, it is horrendous fucking pain. I was crying from it. I was crying so much. I called my neighbor, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth, I love you. And she came to me with her breast pump that I didn't use because I couldn't do that. I didn't use it, but the point is my breasts were swollen, and that's when the breast can break out in stretch marks, and watching Kaya, so they can break out in stretch marks, and those are the biggest breasts, and that is the ultimate point in female fertility cycle and life and evolution of the boob and the purpose of the boob, right? And that's the point that all these fake boobs are mirroring, telling men like, I got fresh breast milk, I'm so fertile for your babies, right? But it's kind of overwhelming too, and underwhelming at the same time, because they do not have the pheromones to match that fertility level they are proposing. So it's confusion. So it's like a double circuit that goes off in man's minds. But, oh, that's hot, that's cool, that's good for me and my babies. And at the same time, it's like skinny fat. Or I know that's what men sometimes say when there's like implants and no muscle to match that, or implants and no feels to match that, right? That's why there are men who say like, oh, she's so, overdone, there's too much work, and it's not even sexy, it's not even attractive because it's fake, or you feel that. It's because what they're trying to say is that they don't feel the delivery of what the female is trying to accomplish, because it's not there. Because if you were to have engorged breasts from that milk, right? First of all, you wouldn't be here. You would be breastfeeding that baby. Second of all, you don't walk like that your whole life. It's literally a day when the boobs are engorged, and then the baby is sucking that milk out, or husband, or baby, or or both, because family, sometimes husbands can help females with their breast milk because they have better suction, if you know what I mean. So women are not the only ones sucking something in a marriage. I'm just saying. Oh my God, that's so TMI. But look, we're all adults here, and we all have babies, and I feel for the men who just don't understand what's going on in the world sometimes. And I feel like I can explain this because I'm a woman, I'm a mom, and I'm matrix decoder, and I feel as finding the root cause and thing and analyzing and explaining that is my natural inborn talent that I can gift you for you to do whatever you want with it, So that's that. And back to the ass. So training your ass is a good thing, because squats and things like that, well, you don't have to do squats. You can just have a lot of sex if you want. For all I care, have more sex than squats, because I support that anyway. That's a good way to get abs and all kinds of sexy things. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah. So the things about gyms too, why I don't go to co-ed gyms, because I think they're unfair to men. Hold on, where's my daughter? Okay, she's right there. Oh, my little daughter keeps running around. So co-ed gyms, right? I think that like when men want to accomplish a certain, thing, their physicality. Sometimes it is good for them to be away from women, but since the yang energy has been it's been trying to dominate the yin in the world at large for the last couple centuries, and it's time to collapse the bubble of male imagery that king rules over the queen, when it's vice versa. The queen birthed the king to begin with. So queen is the past and the future of this earth, because earth is a queen herself. So, and everything else that needs to be discarded is gonna go through that ass of the universe, you know, because the ass in human body is what absorbs the nutrients from all foods you consume. That's why in Gerson therapy for cancer patients, I hope you can hear me. I'm just trying to keep my face out of the camera so I'm not like, you know. And tell me if I should do just video recordings instead, because I know some are like, fuck you, Paula, I don't want to see your face. I can do just video recordings too, because I know it's annoying to have somebody like talking like this all the time. I don't want to do that. Anyway, so back to the ass. So Gerson therapy has coffee enemas, right? Because working on your colon, or first, like in 3D you will say it's colon. In 4D you will simply talk about it, have a dialogue, and do all these. Fourth dimension is where all the conspiracy theories are. There's somebody making a video of dancing too, so I don't know who they are, but they're my neighbors. Maybe tourists, you know. Anyway, I love it when people dance. I love that. Let's put them in the background for a video, because they're cool. They want to be seen. They want to be seen. If they want to be seen, they gotta be seen. Oh no, can I see them? Oh, there. Okay, he stopped dancing. Whatever. Anyway. So the colon is the place of the maximum absorption of whatever that's put in there, right? That shows in our medicine too, by certain things that, like certain little candles that are put in people's butt to absorb most efficiently. Same as when you need to take critical measures that I believe should not be allowed to get to that level. It's when people advise you to do enemas or coffee cleansing enemas, when you put organic coffee in your butt to absorb all toxins from your body and release them. That's one of the anti-aging secrets and one of cancer healing secrets. Many swear by. You can look into that. Kaya. So yeah, so that's a fact, and that's why I was just seeing there's this pretty little girl, and she's with her boyfriend, and oh my God, she's so horny because she is so ovulating, because women are cyclical creatures. That's why you can't say that somebody's like, oh, she's so sexy, or she's not sexy, she's this, she's that. Like, you can't say that about a female, because females are cyclical creatures. They are our bodies are changing every single week of our life, because we are cyclical creatures, unless it's hijacked by some hormonal therapy that frankly just depletes female attractiveness and obviously fertility and all that stuff. If you're injecting, rubbish hormone therapy and pills and all that shit that should be illegal. So Kai is still swimming. So what else I can tell you about the ass? So ass is good to train, because if you train, you can just do that, and that's gonna train the rest of your body, because because it's the biggest muscle in your body. You know, like upper thighs, right? Thighs and butt. If you train that, everything else gets trained. And if you train that, if you just do squats, you're gonna develop good abs and spinal muscles, right, that are necessary, because spine is the tree of life in human body that holds all 5 main organ systems. So you want to train that, obviously, because you want to keep your body together, and doing not necessarily squats, but squats are the first thing referred to, right? So it's just the easiest way to get to improve your metabolic rhythm and metabolism overall, because just by firing up these 2 muscle groups, right, you fire up your whole body for the rest of your day. Because like 15 minutes of exercising those two muscle groups creates enough and more. Sorry, mosquitoes keep biting me. There are these little motherfuckers that keep biting me every day. It's just horrible. So I can't stand in the sun because it's too hot and too sunny for my Latvian skin and bright eyes. And by the way, if you get too much sun in your face, in your eyes, too much white light, too much yang, right, it can cause psychosis and anger. And I think that's why people in Miami are so angry, because there's so much light. It's just crazy. It's so bright. So yeah, so train those muscle groups. And men and anal porn is not a good thing for a man unless the man has so much energy, and that it's like if he has so much negative energy that you don't even want to put anywhere in word, like that you can't channel it through exercise, that you can't channel it through, I don't know, through work, through creation, through science, through creating something, through painting, through meditation, through martial arts, like all these things that men are supposed to do. All the things are like the male path overall is the path of control and control, like controlled giving, controlling themselves, taming their beast within, right, and channeling it into productive way. Like that's why females are only yielding and taking, right? Female is taking the solar energy, taking that yang and channeling it into creation. Like you give woman a seed, she's gonna give you a child. You give woman food, like provision, she's gonna give you a meal. You give woman money, she's gonna buy something for the house or herself, or be prettier. That's giving you the yin energy. Not giving you, taking, absorbing your energy in more efficient way. So that's the whole dynamics of feminine and masculine. And the thing is, there are men these days who have more. Kaya, let it go now. Let it go. It's not your toy. She's fighting this boy to death right now. Okay, he went in the pool. Good. Yeah. So she sidetracks me all the time, but that's the way it's gonna be, because that's the only way it can be, because I'm a mom. I can't leave because she wants to swim. I tell her, let's go home. She says no. So okay, she wins because she wins. So I'm just gonna sit here and get bit by mosquitoes and wobble, and that's my video, because that's my video. Yeah, so everybody likes ass, and it's a good thing. And like for married men, right? Like it doesn't change you to be, if you're a married man, you're still a man. It doesn't matter if you're married, if you're single. But the thing is, if you are committed to one yoni, to one female, to one womb, it is your responsibility to channel all your solar energy into that one female, because females are insatiable, wild creatures of darkness, of yin, of night, of coldness, and all that scary, sexy, sensuous stuff people like to speak of, but at the same time like to pretend like they don't think of, and that they don't speak of, and they don't want to know of, when at the same time sexuality and sensuality is the very fabric of the universe. That's what the world thrives on and is built because, and all this stuff, female is a goddess, God is a woman. If there's a God, it's a woman, and the earth is a woman, and the men are our children, our children, and our responsibility. So females are not supposed to be competing between each other's asses, because it's stupid. Like, if you are with one man that says he loves you, you should trust him that he does, because men adore their women. Like, men love their women. There's nothing in the world that can make a man prouder than seeing that he satisfies his female, because subconsciously the men know that female could be with like dozens of men freely. And yeah, there is that social construct that says, oh, the devil's this and the hoe and this slut shaming and shaming the women who admit, who are simply embracing their natural selves and their natural feminine energy. They become demonized, but that's okay. Like, people have done it throughout centuries and they're gonna keep doing it for a little longer, but in reality, all that patriarchal construct of reality simulation is collapsing as we speak right now. So just relax into your wisdom and relax into your ass, especially if you're a man, because the most powerful orgasm a man can experience is prostate orgasm. And I think that's why men are so disconnected from it, because globally the male attention has been turned to pornography, and it's wrong because men can't handle that. Like, it cuts their creativity. The wild power of Maya, that is the galactic center, the black hole, the mouth of the universe, can absorb man's energy. And when you're looking at multiple females, right, your testosterone is depleted. Okay? When there are multiple men and few or one female, all male testosterone is increasing because men are wired, their genetic coding is wired to compete for the right to produce offspring. Kaya, this girl, man, poor boy. So, as I posted on my Instagram, when there's 100 bored men in a room talking whatever they're talking, dwelling in their young energy, giving their masculinity to each other, it's like, it's just a boring little predicament. And when a woman walks in, everybody's testosterone increases, and it doesn't matter what kind of sex appeal she has or doesn't have. It doesn't matter what race or weight or size she is. If it's a female with eggs that can be fertilized, that her presence increases the testosterone, thus increasing the lifespan of the rest of the audience, okay? Because it increases testosterone solely by men needing to fight for that woman. Even if she's your grandma, I don't care who she is. Well, if she's menopausal grandma, then that's a little different, because she should be a fertile person, right? Fertile person. That's why women and wives should not fear of concubines. Yes. Kaya, no, he's not fighting you. You're going after him. You're taking his toys away. You're older. Relax. Go swim or we go home. Yeah. Now she's getting in his stroller. Oh my God. She's unstoppable. She's just going out, taking people's toys away. Like, I'm just like, stop doing that. Can we stop? Nah, 5 minutes. I will have so many mosquito bites. I'm gonna, oh my God, I'll be sad. Anyway, where I was. Look at the pool while I'm thinking. Yeah, so it doesn't matter who thinks of whatever person you are with, because you are going to choose the person that's going to contribute to your personal development, personal ascension, personal genetic code. And who you choose to be with is the person you need to be with at the now you are living in now. And you should be only grateful for whoever you've been with before, because even if it was a horrible experience, you were with these people solely to trigger whatever needed to be triggered in your own personal genetic potential. So you create your reality, and you create the ass you're humping, so to say. So choose wisely, mate carefully, because you store the information of everybody you've been with in your life, because these people are the people creating you, okay? So energy harvesting is not a good thing. Also, you should not be doing your sacred deed of masturbating to imagery of someone whose permission you haven't obtained through asking or through agreeing that, yeah, you're gonna do this together, be it virtually or obviously in real life. That is the consent that works and is necessary, because repercussions of violating someone's image, energy field, biofield, someone's sacred sexuality, repercussions are there always for you personally as energy being. All of us are connected, right? So there's no reason for you to pretend that it's like that you're not seeing someone you're desiring, because you can overcome your desire by facing it and saying, like, I like this woman and she's not my woman, so I'm just gonna fucking face it and understand why I'm so attracted to her. What is it about her that is making me go, huh? What is that? Is it my testosterone levels? Is it my wisdom that is boosted by her presence? Is it, what is it? Is it something that contributes to my female's wisdom? Is it genetics? What is it? What am I looking for, or what am I afraid of? Because people are programmed, socially programmed, to fear their desires, right? And that's an issue, because it's stupid. Because the feeling you get in your gut when you're like liking someone or disliking someone is what's telling you, the information you need to know about yourself, because everything you create, everything you see, every ass you encounter, right, is your creation. So I saw this ovulating girl right now laying by the pool, sticking her butt in the air, because I needed to talk about this. I needed to make this video because it's my next topic I talk about, right? So thank you for giving me inspiration. And yeah, it matters, because asses have to be healthy. Like, I know women always fight, like, who is it men or is it women who are the most beautiful ass carriers, right? And I think it's the men, because look, there can be a lot of anal sex videos online, but the men are the ones who have the prostate in their ass, not women. Women don't have that, okay? So for men to be insanely obsessed with like ass sex in porn, right? It is kind of, I think it's calling for them to embrace tantric practice themselves and understand how they can achieve prostate orgasm. And I'm not saying you have to do like full on strap on experience, but there are ways, and I suggest you study those ways. You can buy a Sacred Sexuality book, or you can go right here on YouTube. I think there are plenty of videos that explain a lot of the subject, right? There are plenty of these people who are, doing sex talk videos and talking about the same things, right? So females only take, okay? Females only take solar energy, consuming it and channeling it. And a woman can consume eternal amount of solar energy, because a woman is a woman. A woman is a wild, baffling creature, and that's how it's supposed to be. And the man's task is to fucking face it. So that's why there's often the talk of threesomes, right? The man is like, oh, I want to be with two women, oh, this and that. And then most of the time when they accomplish that, when they achieve that, they say, I'm not going to do that ever again. Like they're just going to do it one time. That's for normal men, right? And why is that? Because a man physically cannot handle or please two women fully and truly. Visually, I understand it's appeasing, but in reality, that experience demands testosterone levels and lifespan, because your testosterone is what makes you a fucking man, okay? That's why there are women who are men, and that's cool. It's just, I'm just telling you how the chemistry of our bodies works. So, yeah. That's why there will be like one pinup girl, right? This one poster in this whatever garage, and there will be this whatever, oh my God, like in soldier times, there everybody will be fan of one imagined star, because men can be brothers, and genetically everybody, the men, understand that one female's presence boosts their testosterone levels, thus increasing their lifespan. So it's beneficial for men to compete, right? On genetic level, you compete every day of your lives. But at the same time, we're not apes, right? And you gotta understand your genetics. So that's what I do. I read Gene Keys and I understand my genetics, and I'm just enjoying it at this point. I'm not anymore wondering, so why is it this way? Why is what this way? Also, returning to concubines, women, married women and committed women and all these fucking horny women should not fear concubines, like I call concubines, because it is wife's duty and responsibility to channel her chosen beast's sexuality, right? And it's up to a woman to either look for someone or invite someone, or basically do whatever you want, you know, because if a man is giving you all he has, it is your responsibility to take it and to do what you will with it. But if you are requiring all of one male solar energy for yourself, and he's giving it to you, and then you're like, oh, this is too much, this is not gonna work like that, you should do this, you should do that, you should be this way, you should be that way, that is a violation of trust, and that is a violation of this soul contract that you have with the person you're committed to, right? Like, if it was up to me, like, my man can bring hundreds of women at home if he'd want to, okay? Obviously, there are rules of engagement, and it's my rules because it's my life, my body, and my man. Kaya, get down from there, my baby father. And obviously, when you consciously love someone with all you have, accepting all they have, you create beautiful babies. You create these love children that just blow your roof off and the roof of wherever you live, because they're dynamites. They're the children of creation. They're the children of love. They're children of, wow. I am a child of first time between two teenagers. Horny much? Indeed. So it's my life to acknowledge these things, and I think it makes me a better parent, that I understand how human bodies work, and I understand how people's sexuality work, and I understand that, girls are wired to take the boys' energies, and that's okay, because that's how it is, and the man's task is to solidify his character through controlling himself in the face of seduction, because if you give in, you're going to be consumed by it. You have to face it, you have to admit it, because that is your body's calling to acknowledge your masculinity, right? But if you just become this, streetwalker, right? Like, oh my God, there are these silly clones on YouTube who talk, oh, I'm a pickup artist, I'm a real alpha male, I pick up chicks every weekend in venues, and my husband laughs his ass off. He's like, you don't even look like a man, you look like a bitch, you look like You look like a nobody. You look venues. He's like, what venues? Like he has no time to go to venues every weekend because he's a man. Like he actually has a man life. He has a wife and a place he's taking care of. He has his brotherhoods. He has his martial arts and sniping trainings and all these things. And he's serving the community. That's an alpha male. Real alpha male is not who goes around using his 40-something-year-old experience and picking up like these 18-year-old whatever college girls in clubs to have one night stands with them. Like that is sad. You're a sad person and you are one of their saddest experiences of their life. And the whole talk of, oh, women hit 30, they hit a wall, oh, you discardable, whatever, old mom, blah blah blah. Kiss my 30-year-old ass in your dreams, because females gain wisdom through motherhood and through being. Now I can speak of this because it's quite recent that I became mother and wife too, right? So for me, this experience is teaching, and it's just such a different stage of life. I would never go back to my 20s. Hell with that. Fuck that, because it was horrible. It was abusive. Do you know how many thousands of dick pictures I've received in all my social media? It is horrible. How many times I heard that I'm beautiful? Like, I'm not dumb, I know that, okay? I know that. I'm a minority, I understand that, like I have the brain, but it is abusive and it is a waste of a person's time. So 20s for pretty girls, and especially pretty girls who've had rough lives like I did, who don't understand how to defend yourself, how to assert yourself, how to assure yourself, and all these things, right? It can be very dark times because people try to pull you all different directions. And before I had my husband in my life for that direction, I was lost in I was bullied so much. I was so bullied, so hated on, so taken advantage of. I have experienced so much nonsense because, I didn't have that masculine protection that men are on this planet to give me and other women like me, or any women really, because that's the man's role in society. So all these girls that step on the podiums, right, talking about pedophile things and abortion things and all this stuff, and that they are cursing, saying, so where the fuck did all men go? Where are the men in this world? Why am I the one talking? They're right, because men should not be sitting in government. Men should be out there protecting women and children. There should not be any pedophilia. And why is it a plague, this whole sex trafficking and adrenochrome harvesting, satanic rituals and all that? Why is it such a plague? Because men decided that they want to be the queen. So now you have the new term drag queen. So that is what happens on molecular level when Y chromosome is destroyed in 3D level, right? Y chromosome gets destroyed. You can Google that. All these genes that have been destroyed in Y chromosome in last, 40 years? So the consequence is obviously a plague of gay people that have genetically depleted DNA, simply put, because there's no testosterone to dig anymore. There's empty seed, and they think they're girls, but in fact they're just depleted men. They're energetically and DNA depleted people. So that's what happens. And lesbians, well, that's another subject. They're happy people because, again, women are wild creatures. They can do whatever they want. Kaya is causing drama. She has this thing of she attacks somebody, takes their toys away, and then she says, oh, they hate me. Yes, baby. What's your complaint of the now? You ready to go home? You gonna go back swim? They swim nicely. She's lounging with Russian neighbors. It's so funny. They tell her something in Russian and she responds by doing whatever they say, but she thinks she doesn't understand it, but I think she understands it. I think she understands English, Russian, Latvian, and She understands everything. She just speaks only English. Sometimes she says a couple words in Russian. Anyway, I don't want to mix sex videos with my child, but at the same time, my gorgeous child is a result of hot sex with my husband anyway. So what's not to talk about it there, right? Okay, so I said what I said. Yeah, in politics, what should be in politics? Mothers and grandmothers and older females who are happy in their tribes, in their families, who have enough solar energy. You know, I think I want to say it's someone like me. Kind of, it doesn't have to be me, but kind of the archetype that I speak of are people like analytic women who are satisfied in their private lives and in their bodies, who are in tune with their bodies, who live from solar plexus center, from their gut decisions. And those are the people I'd love to see in politics because they would create proper social construct. Do you think that mothers and grandmothers would put pedophiles in jails, protecting them in separate cameras, or do you think they murder them because they should not be procreating anymore? I think they murder them because fuck them, because they're just no good. Like, why do you want to keep them in jail, pay for it for whatever years, then release them back into society so people like me discontinue taking our kids to schools because nobody can assure me that nobody's gonna go after my kid there? Fuck that. And fuck these politicians, okay? Men should not be the main decision makers in anything. My daughter's crying again, but she's a loud crier. It's okay. Calm, baby. Okay, we're gonna go.